Evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's full moon reading. Guys, in case you're wondering, I'd like to make a quick note on that. Some readers are posting the reading on the full moon night, and I always post it either a day after or 2 days after max. That depends on my time on editing. Although it doesn't seem like it requires a little edit to post the videos, of course. So why I am doing that is because I am making the reading on the full moon night. Some readers are doing the reading during the day or the day before, depending on their own energy and their own preferences. But I prefer it to actually make the reading on the full moon night to feel the energy mostly, and then post it to you guys for you to see. So in case you're wondering why I'm not posting it on the day of the full moon, is because I am preferring to make the reading on the full moon night. That was my dog again. But if you are an ongoing subscriber, you might as well know that I have 3 pets by now, and they are occasionally making sounds. So, all right, here we go. Let me make a quick check on, yes, the recording. Oh my god, what kind of a shadow is this? Yeah. But I think we're gonna, yeah. It's still not the ideal setup, but it works, I hope. I hope you think so too. I do my best, but yes, here we go. So let me settle into this energy for a moment. Yes. It is a visionary energy. What do you mean by visionary? Members of this collective are capable of seeing beyond the reflection. Now that I'm looking at the skull stone, it's ocean jasper. Might have an alternative name. Unakite, yes. It's a unakite, in case you're wondering. Today I had the urge to bring it to the spot. And now that as I was playing with it and feeling the energy, seeing the skull in my head, instantly flashed the idea, the Hamlet, you know, Shakespeare. Also, I recently read that Shakespeare is also an alchemist, considered to be an alchemist because of the symbolism Shakespeare hid in his scripts. Where did I read it? It's It's a book by Taschen. It's Alchemy and Mysticism, introduction, and a page, part, chapter. Yeah. All right. Yes, Alchemy and Mysticism, a book published by Taschen. It was talking about actually like Duras, you know. He's one of those people who were considered to be an alchemist. And I'm thinking about Hamlet, and Hamlet, as we all know, to be or not to be. This to be or not to be dilemma is the dilemma of the mind and body, as we know. But the ones who see beyond, who are visionaries, know that even if it's not that, not even if it's not that, it's not even that. Sorry, guys. Which this energy, me talking about mixing the placements of the words, and I'm switching, snapping right after each other, like this mind energy. It is giving me the message that some things in your life are not happening in the ordinary sequence. You know, most people in the cultural norms, there is this sequence, you know, like you graduate from high school, you go to college or university, you do your studies, you get a job, you meet someone, you get married and settle down, kind of, you know, that the construct, the sequence of events happening. But in your life, it is not in the natural order. It's all at once, and sometimes even none of it. I don't know what this means, but to be or not to be. Like you are be and beyond and not. You're here and not at the same time, simultaneously. You are and you are not simultaneously. You're both past, present, and future simultaneously. People of this collective are you see, you had this dilemma that whether you are behind the lens of perception or in front of the lens of perception, or both, or beyond, is the question. And you realized you're all and none, yet you are here. Therefore, even death is a mythology, if you know what I mean. All right, guys, let's go. Ten of Wands, the Phoenix energy. Cards are extremely open. If you're feeling very talkative. I normally don't take reversals, as you know, but this time I will. Woohoo. Five of Cups in reverse. Someone. Wow. Yes, baby. Wonderful energy. Oh my God, I feel so hyped already. It was a long time coming, right? I mean, yes, we've been expecting this, are we not? Hmm. Queen of Wands energy. Why am I doing? Oh my God, my whole orientation is and all over the place. Oh my God, it's such a chaotic energy, but in a exciting, beautiful way. Can I check the mainframe? Okay. Is it? Yeah. All right. I'll pull from there and yeah. What an anxiety. You are having hard time grounding yourself because this stone, although it's a stone of a spiritual vision, now that I'm thinking about what I talked about, the vision, yes, at the same time, it's a grounding stone. And my dog says hi. He's around, as usual. Anyways, so I have this urge to ground myself, like hold the grounding stone, calming myself down, because your energy is all over the place. It is the best side of rebirth. Like you cannot fit into your own body. It's exciting. It's on the move, and it is fast, and it is witty energy. But in order for you to look, fire, fire, water, 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 fire. Only this one is earth, and it's in process. So there we go. Like fire and water energy all over the place. It's, but it is a balanced energy with the art, the temperance card here, number 14, like right underneath the 10 of wands, right underneath we have the temperance. And here, as you know, the temperance is depicted with a woman who is the symmetrical reflection of herself in both sides. So rectificando. Normally I don't, but this time Visula, Visla, I don't know. INTERIORA rectificando, and I cannot read the rest, but I'll find it and put it in the description box, guys, for you. It's a Latin phrase, and probably it's one of the famous ones that are depicted in Alchemy, because this is the Thoth deck. Actually, we can read it, maybe it's in the book. I'll come back to that. But what I was saying is that this rebirth, that this phoenix energy, that you are purified, you burn to your ashes, and you are going reborn. And it is, yes, it is a intense energy, but at the same time, right underneath the 10 of wands is the art temperance card. Therefore, I am seeing that although hectic, you are going through this process in such a balanced state, which is wonderful to see. You were never this able to balance your own energy, especially during the times of great transformation. So it's a mark of a new era. This heartbreak, this purification process is triggered by this heartbreak that you went through. I mean, the final catalyst was recently, and what I mean by recently is ever since November, and we are on March, start of March, right now. The time period, time span I'm talking about. But this is not only, this heartbreak is not about the last catalyst only, but it is really about how you defined yourself all your life. Okay, so with the last heartbreak, your idea of how you define yourself, where do you put your foundation, what's the basis, what is a solid foundation and what is not, is completely changed. And recently you had an epiphany about it in the last 3 days. Like you were just sitting by yourself and suddenly an epiphany happened and you were like, snap, yeah. I mean, all the puzzle pieces are together now, kind of a feeling. Like you managed to, what your subconscious was going through, like transforming what your subconscious mind was trying to transform into, like translate it into your conscious state. So you manage that. And I am seeing a rise in the masculine energy also. You were in your feminine, highly in your feminine for the last couple of months. And I see a masculine energy taking the front line, starting from this full moon. Also, you are now through the bad side of the heartbreak. The transformation, the heartbreak era is over. You're no longer heartbroken, but don't know where to put yourself really. Like still a limbo feeling. You're still undergoing the transformation. I'm hearing that now you know the difference. Where to put your head, where to put your feet, and where to put your heart. Before you didn't. It was upside down. I see something around your kidneys. Maybe you need to drink more water, or maybe some of you, not all of you, had a recent illness. Around your kidneys, maybe an inflammation, but nothing serious, and you are through. I am sensing something, and for that I will pull cards now from another deck. Deviant Moon as usual, our Full Moon Classic. Strength. Four of Wands. Guys, I don't know what you've been through, but it was a really unsettling occasion around the matters of your loyalty, in your love and justice. You've been disappointed by someone you really trusted. In such a level and from such a person that you were like, you opened the mouth of the crocodile, as depicted here in the Strength card. And the crocodile I am seeing as like the snake in the, or the crocodile in the ancient depictions, which usually is depicted in relation to time. So this is like breaking the boundaries of pretty much everything in existence. I don't know, how can I? You got so heartbroken and so disappointed, and you did that in such an instant flash that the you in yourself, I mean the persona, your name, your face died. And what took over is beyond your limited definitions of a human being. And that consciousness, it was like, okay, I'm taking over. You're no longer gonna hurt this person, be this in you know, cruel, whatever, but like this person is you. This person have been patient with you, and they've been kind with you and just with you and all those kind of stuff, and yet you are pushing your luck, crossing this line and hurting this person. Now you face me. This is you. This is your, I'm seeing as your higher self taking over, your higher consciousness, your matured self. This Four of Wands is the wedding card, the home card, and this wedding is with your self. You got so heartbroken, you turned to yourself, or turned to God, or whatever you want to call it, and said, I surrender, merge me with you. All these illusions, I no longer trust it. All these people, I don't, and I'm expecting this love from them, but and this honesty and loyalty, but they, every time they hurt me, they trick me, and not even my family, and I am trapped here, so help me, you know. I want to dance the way you do. And in that instant, of course, as you gave the permission to this invitation of divine consciousness, you started to go through this, you came into your strength, and you triggered this major transformation of self. To be or not to be is this, whether you're gonna surrender to this higher consciousness or keep on being slaved to the grind. And you chose death, you chose rebirth, you chose no more of this slavery. I stand up for my own freedom. And this choice created a major chain reaction. Your dignity created a major chain reaction. Your authority, your self-consciousness over your own energy triggered a major chain reaction energetically and physically. I see this Prince of Wands like the Chariot energy here. And this is in the now, facing right at us. You pulling your strength out from this heartbreak and charging here in this now. And this is what we were focused on, actually. Balancing and being yourself. But I mean like the self. Like not, oh, I am me, I am myself, I like pink. Not like that, but the great self is the main focus. Knowing thyself is the main focus, and being liberated, being free, being the light and darkness, the strong one, the fierce one, another fierce energy, another. This energy is wild. It's the wild card energy, but very balanced at the same time. Wonderful. Wonderful. The turtle. Okay, here, coming to here. Let me just dissolve it and the choice you made required you merging your shadow self with you. So, you know, before you were only trying to be the good guy, okay, the kind one, the light one, and all that. And with the recent experiences of the last 2-3 years, you realize that the shadow self is not the enemy. And it is actually necessary to balance the existence. You theoretically realize that before, like, okay, our shadow self is, you know, the yin and the yang, and it's needed. But practically, you were still trying to repress it because you thought that it is the evil side of you. But with the last happenings, you realize that it is actually of practical use. Like, you cannot always be that love and light. You can be inside, in the center, but sometimes you need to show your other face in order to balance the scales, to be just. And justice means more than just kindness, actually. It's a great virtue. It's a strength, big responsibility to know where to reap and where to nurture. So you came to the understanding the practicality of the whole situation in this last cycle. Therefore, you are now fully integrated energetically. Physically, you are still in the process because your physical circumstances are not really reflecting your energetic and emotional abundance right now. The circumstances around you are not in alignment with your true self. And you made the choice, you chose to be your true self. But, I mean, like, I chose to be my true self, but why my surroundings are like this? Because it needs further physical development. It takes time. It's not as fast, instant, you know, as the spiritual, the conscious, you know, like it's instant when you come to that. But physically, for it to manifest, circumstances need to align. But the domino is on. It's triggered. It's going. It's already on the move. Like the Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Not Ace of Cups. Why did I say Ace of Cups? Interesting. Knight of Cups. A change of heart. Yes, these are process and they're on the move. Therefore, and also we see another movement here. But this, and energetically, you are already there. You know that. Physically, you're still waiting for the conditions to align. And you're watching. You're watching. Past, present, future, past, present, future, all directions. You're here. And waiting. Hello. My dog says hi again. The best thing, which you are already actually trying to do this, and doing this, not trying to, but doing this, but still a note, is that the best thing to be during this process is focusing on your own home. And that home is this turtle, and that turtle is known for carrying its own home with it, you know, like, so wherever the turtle is, it's the spot. Also, like in the Zenon paradox, you know, the turtle always wins against the bunny, the rabbit, because it's already at the spot, it's already at the finishing spot, you know. The rabbit needs to circle, but turtle is already there, you know. So this should be the relationship you need to keep with time and home. In your heart, at the center. You are the witness, you are the center, you are the perceiver. The movie will play around you. You don't need to change your place to go to the action place. You know, the action will come to you because you're the center. That contentment you seek emotionally is in your heart. And it will always be there. Nowhere else. What you see outside in the face of other people is just a reflection. And whatever you put at the center of your heart, that's what you're going to see outside, actually. Of course, there will be some violence and whatnot, you know, like for the sake of the existential dance, we go through yes, occurrences, but in the end, at the core, and the more you get rooted in this kind of consciousness, you will actually see more clearly what I'm talking about is that whatever you hold in your heart is the key when it comes to decoding what you see on the outside in the reflection, because the world is your mirror, your heart's mirror. This choice you made around your self-consciousness, it's a beautiful choice. It's the best choice, I will say, that a human being can make in a life. Because here you choose to be united in your heart, and a united consciousness inside, a content consciousness, can change the world, you know, in a good way. And in order for you to do that, you had to integrate your own shadow, right? So you went through the darkness to come to light. And as you realize your own darkness, you still chose love and compassion and kindness, regardless of the reflection you see around you, which is your salvation, I must say. So keep on being the turtle. When you feel like you are waiting for something or trying to catch up with something, or just time slipping you by, or whether you're wondering you're late, always think about the turtle. You're always on time, you're always on spot. Where you are is the time and the place. Therefore, you can never be without or late or in a rush. You know? That's for the rabbit, not you, not for the turtle. Coming to the prophecy, which is this Knight of Cups. It's already on the move, and that is love, believe it or not. And just when you are totally not expecting it, because that's not fortune telling. Everybody knows when you're looking the other way, usually something comes from the back, you know. We all know that shit. When you are trying to see your not trying, but reflecting your own heart and minding your own business, you know. This person in the flesh will come from behind. You won't see it. It's like, you know, you turn around and suddenly you bump into this being, you know, and then and shock and, oh, are you here? Who are you? What is this? What the hell kind of situation? This person will seem like a peacock to you. Why do I say peacock? Is because peacocks are known for their own elusive beauty, actually. This elusive beauty will trigger you a little bit, let's be honest, because you will see an illusion in it, you know, like a siren, you know, a mermaid, you know, elusive and dangerous. But it's just this person is beautiful. And the great beauty comes with a little bit of illusion, so it's their quality, but in the heart they're pure. All right, nothing to be afraid of. Is it a fast moving energy? I cannot say, because it's about your spiritual state and their spiritual state in their own cycles. So it's it might change, so I cannot say, but moderately fast I can say, for now it seems. Interesting. These cards are coming in the form of a warning, perhaps. Not really, though. Let me see. Let me sit with them for a while. No. Okay. So this is number 36, and it says darkening of the light. Number 18, working on fixing the, working on repairment, let's say, something that's broken. 18 is also moon energy, and this is a completion energy, number 36, and the 29, which is 2, and it says unending, like limitless. This is limitless. And this is evolution, improving oneself, you know, like, and that's number 53. So here's this: when you feel like you are facing the unknown, and what I mean by the unknown is like you cannot pinpoint the potential dangers, the outcome, whatnot, anything that is not knowable. You get afraid. This is your former construction of self. You know, you're used to doing that. Whenever you feel unsafe, unsecure, not knowing what to do, where to go next, what to feel, whatever, like somehow you feel on the edge because something is limitless, which is the first thing that we are changing in our own psyche, because something unknown, something limitless is not something to be afraid of any longer, but it is something to be counted on and get excited about, actually, because that's where the magic lies. What's known is boring, and you're better than that. So whenever you sensed such vastness, you shielded yourself, like you dimmed your light, kept a low profile, just to not to get unwanted attention, and secure yourself in the face of danger, which is no longer the case. Change of strategy. Instead, we fix our relationship with the unknown, because number 18, cross relationship, is the moon card, and the moon is the unknown. So you are fixing your relationship with the moon, with the unknown, and facing your fears. Because you're no longer going to dim your light. That's over. It's over. Who cares, right? And because you realize that what you thought safe is not safe. Nothing is, actually. So if everything is the same, although they appear in a different kind of way, they're kind of carrying the same risk as the nothingness, the unknown, you know, the darkness. Why would I tolerate some seemingly apparent versions more than the not the elusive ones, the darkness? What's the difference? There is no actual difference. Then, if that's the case, then I give more credit to the mysterious ones rather than the known devil, because with the unknown there is always a chance of miracle, a chance of a great surprise, a beautiful surprise coming out. But with the devil I know, it is what it is. You know the BS already, and it's never going to be anything more than that BS. So you choose, instead of the devil you know, the devil you don't know. Therefore, you're repairing your relationship with the unknown. So, cheers, my friend, cheers. Let me celebrate you a little bit. Yes. But still, oh, there are feet here. Wow. You see, like we see a mandala, right, like figure here, but we see soles of 2 feet here, 1, 2, stepping on the mandala. Timing, being present, being on the spot, stepping into the point. Look, you should pay attention to the signs and synchronicities in your life. Do not rush that same energy, turtle energy. Don't forget about it. Okay, you are practicing your trust, your relationship of trust with the unknown. Okay, good. But that doesn't mean being reckless. Be cautious. One step at a time, one step at a time. Scan the area. Pay attention to the details. But not in the sense like, oh, what's this? What's that? Not like that. But sense the area, okay? Use your intuition, sense. What is significant? This one's significant. I'm sensing it. This one's not so significant, for example. So, okay, I'm sensing it. What's the difference? Yes, I am discerning that this. Okay, I turn to this. That kind of detailed vision I'm talking about. Not trying to dissect every single detail you see around. And around the revolution, you have this question of how do I keep something disciplined in the way that it is not regular basis. It's what's the word? What's the word? Continuity. Yeah. How do I keep this state, mind state, beingness, or as I am walking, you know, like I am there. How do I keep this continuity? Is 3 things. 1, compatibility. 2, slow but sure movement, steps, action. Stand the ground, but also feel the ground with your feet. Firmness, firm energy. Know where you're stepping into. And in order for you to do that correctly, you have to be slow, focused, to the point, not rushing, listening and feeling. That's 2. First was compatibility. What kind of compatibility? Do you feel resistance, or you feel the flow, for example, you know? Something is resisting you or not in the energy. And the number 3 is timing. Right time, right place. These are the 3 aspects you need to be cautious around your own evolution. Okay. Let me check the recording. Oh my god, 57. Oh, Jesus. Guys. 1 hour. I was actually going to pull from that too, but it's... How am I going to edit an hour long video? Do you know the gigabytes of those videos? Oh my god. When you're rendering it. But I am going to do this. Just for the sake of it. Fun of it. No. 3 cards. Very quick. And then I am letting you go, guys. By the way, as usual, I always forget to say this in the beginning. And obviously other YouTubers are doing that. But who cares? Please like and subscribe and share if you're interested in my content. It's really important for the sake of YouTube. Me and the channel. That's what I mean, for the sake of YouTube, like being on YouTube. Yes. 6 of Pentacles, the Wounded Warrior, 9 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. Scales of Justice. Do not weigh everything, okay, whether it's just or not, whether it's fairly distributed or not. This wounded warrior in you is highly obsessed with the idea of justice. It's coming from a wounded place. The scales of justice you see around you according to other people's decisions, you know, is none of your concern right now, because it's keeping you stuck in a certain kind of past mind state. You've been through that already. It is revoking your wounds, and we don't need that right now. We need to be done with your wounds. You need to shake that idea of wounded warrior psyche. Okay, shake that off, shake that identity off. It's no longer you. You're beyond that. We've been through this, okay? So do not try to weigh everything you see around you, okay? But instead, you need to focus on your own journey, your own breadcrumbs, okay? Life will show you what to take, which door to go through, which path to walk on. And you really need to start building this trust for your new journey, because you will be in need of that, actually. This time is the perfect practice for you to actually embody this kind of consciousness so that you can make some important decisions in the future according to this perspective. Otherwise, you are going to keep yourself in some sort of old loop. We don't want that. We want evolution. Okay, so if you need to see some justice in the world, be it, okay? And being it means you stop focusing on the outside world you go within, focus on yourself. This is not a narcissistic kind of focus. This is a reflective kind of focus. It is important because people like you will change the little things in this world. And if we have a chance of withstanding this kind of darkness and this kind of violence, we first choose it ourselves within us, okay? Do not forget about that. You be you. Own it and go live your next life. Okay, guys, thank you so much. This is a wonderful reading. Beautiful energy, highly hopeful energy, and I have this sense that I am feeling so proud of you guys. You are really doing the work and you are doing an awesome job. Thank you for being here, being with me, sharing this session with me, and yes, I love you guys and I hope to see you soon.